Good morning, McFly subscribers. So, I am fishing the San Juan today. It's been a long time since I fished this river. I've been doing a lot of small nymphing up in Colorado and dry fly and whatnot in the small streams, but it's time to hit the San Juan again. I'm starting off with a very small flashback pheasant tail. This time of year there are some betas in the water, and obviously the go-to, a little tiny midge, which you're not going to see on camera, but it's size 24, I think, maybe 26, somewhere around there. Little midge, basically black beauty kind of looking fly. So there's a little bit of rain spitting. Hopefully it doesn't carry on all day. Hey, there's some spots open. Now it's pretty low looking, so let's go see if we can't get some fish. So I head down to the island, one of my favorite spots down at T-Hole. Of course, it starts raining even harder, and for a minute I thought the day would be a bust. However, very shortly after, the rain stopped, and I even saw some blue sky peeking through. Now, I started nymphing, but I kept seeing fish rise to the surface. First out in front, but a little too far to reach by cast. Then shortly after, I started seeing him rise to the left of me, pretty close, in a small pocket that most of the guide boats don't go. I threw on a small Matt's midge in size 24 and a Chernobyl ant as more of an indicator, cause there's no way I'm gonna see that tiny Matt's midge land a few feet away. And the very first cast, a fish took my fly. Hey, not a bad little bow for dry fly fishing the San Juan. You can see here that he hit that tiny Matt's midge. Of course, to the left there you can see all the other fish hanging out. That's called the San Juan Shuffle. They sit and nip your waders. There was a successful release of a healthy San Juan rainbow. I kept fishing for a little longer, but the spot got really crowded, so I decided to move. I went over to a place called Kitty Hole. Basically, it's one large, slow-moving pool that has a lot of runs dump into it. I usually steer clear of this spot because it will load up with people, but I was lucky that a run was open. Unfortunately, it took a while for me to hook a fish, and my camera ended up dying. But I did notice it after hooking a fish and turned the camera back on. Luckily, it had a little juice left in it to capture a few seconds of the fight. but unfortunately it died once again right when the fishing action got good. I mean, this guy ran hard. I turned it back on for landing the fish and got 8 seconds out of the camera, and it turns out he hit that Chernobyl ant. But I had to end up getting my phone to film the release of him. He was a pretty rainbow, and really fat. Alright, well I tried here a little longer, but no more takes. So I decided to search around in the braids for a few rising trout, and then I found this run. This trout was taking off hard. He was peeling drag and splashing up a storm. I mean, look at him. Finally, the fish settled, and I was able to slow him down. Alright, well that's why the fish took off like that. He was foul hooked. Well, I guess he had one more run left in him. Alright, 2 more runs. Oh, and by the way, I switched to a black parachute Madam X as the indicator fly, and one of those small Matt's midges as the main. Here in the footage, you can see that the fish hits the Matt's midge and not the Madam X. You can see that indicator fly is just slightly to the left of the fish strike. Well, another nice San Juan bow on the dry. I did keep fishing that spot for a little longer with no luck, so I moved on and tried a few spots up through the braids. However, the dry fly bite kinda died, and I didn't see any more rising trout. And I did have to head home soon though, so I decided to call it a day of 3 fish, and head out. But earlier in the day, a gentleman had noticed me and struck up a conversation. He was a subscriber of the channel and was visiting the San Juan from Texas. As I was leaving, I saw him battling a fish, and I noticed that he was having trouble netting him with his small net. So I asked if he wanted assistance, and of course he said yes. What a beast of a fish, wow. I would say it's at least 24, possibly 25 inch. However, I dropped my camera while he was releasing the fish, so no good underwater release footage. But a nice fish, man. And if you're watching, please say hi. Well, it was a really good day on the San Juan. I mean, I've caught many more fish before, however, these were dry fly fish, which is a rarity on this river. However, luckily for me, the morning was overcast with a little drizzle, which makes for good conditions for hatches. So if you're at the San Juan and see fish starting to rise, go ahead and try some dry fly action. Well, thanks for watching. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe if you aren't already. Oh, and share this video with your friends, and please hit the like button while you're at it. I will see you on the next video. Now you go catch some fish.